Hello, and welcome to more TESTULOUS. We're on the Coliseum. It's Saturday afternoon. ANS versus OSP. This is middle of April. What is it? April 13th? Yeah, so whatever patch that is. Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP, Vren, Bluebot, Quiz, and Pi versus... good. We're dropping down. I started this slightly too late. I believe Team 2 is Dramis, Reinhardt, Corbeau, and no, not Flying Fool. He dipped out. I'm just looking on the Discord. And yeah, Dramus, Internet Explorer, Rymark, and Corpo. There we go. Okay, we drop down with the ANS team. Let's start going through this. We've got Bluebot with looks like missile spam. 4 VLS2 mixed S2 and S2H frigates. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Semi-active. They got spotlights on them. And 2 gunsprinters. Very little PD on this. Still, the gunsprinters are presumably to spot. Phi has double fighting voxels. With soft kill in the back? No, there we go. One's got S3Hs in its CVARs. Nice. Only 3 CVARs though. That's not enough. And 2 jam frigs in support. Looks like Quiz is on caps with 1 beam destroyer anchor, 1 spy frig, and no, here we go again. We got torp sprinters with no follow-up gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 4 torp sprinters, 2 of which have VLS ones and presumably have some offensives in there, and some AMMs and some soft kill, and 2 of which are, or 1 of which rather. Oh my god. Maybe I lied about getting good sleep. 2 have jammers, 2 have VLS ones, and then there's also a gun sprinter with a VLS one on it. Brain has a bit of a mixed fleet. He's got 1 450 Axford for fighting, 1 beam destroyer for anti-cap duty, and 3 nearly naked gun sprinters with 1 defender each on the belly. There's some fighting happening already. 1 beam out on Delta. Looks like the early cap from Dramis heading to Delta is going to get killed. OSP on the flip side is going to be able to secure Echo mostly for free. The frigates and the voxels are down there ready to fight, but they're not really in range to do that. Let's start going through the OSP fleet before things get too crazy. We're on Styx, so the map distances are pretty short spawn to spawn. Corbeau's got 3 C90 monitors with MLS2s, Pavises, and Grazers. Internet Explorer has, whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monitors all in a ball together, each with 1 C90, 1 T30, 1 T81, 1 pinpoint, and 1 Pavise. No, some of these have, alright, only 1 of them has the pinpoint. 3 of them have soft kill, and 1 of them has 2 Pavise. Internet also has 1 MMT in escort, or this is just a jam tug, actually, with some PD on it and a C30 in the nose. Dramis has a 450 solo with a laser hard kill and a little bit of soft kill as well. 1 EWR monitor, presumably with a Intel Center in it. No Intel Center. Not like Dramis. He's usually an Intel Center kind of guy. Maybe it's in the Ocello. I'm not seeing it. He's also got several gun shuttles, 3 of which are dead and another one which is dying. I see. Only 2 gun shuttles? Okay, 3 gun shuttles, 1 of which is dead. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 naked shuttles. Man, people have been varying up their builds. So no more It's a lot less just I have 3 ship types and a million of them. There's a lot of different bits and bobs. It's very cool to see. Rymark has an S2 swarm, 250s on the nose of tugs, S2 swarm of tugs,
Those
and
S2s are crews, by the way.
oh my, and that is deranged and debased. Very fitting, and they're Hoon Jam, Act Rad. Oh no, these are Kripos being fired, which are also
S2's
crews.
coming out on the destroyer at C point.
Yes, they are.
I'm getting soft gold.
That's all the fleets. Looks like these are gonna get soft killed, but eventually head back to the destroyer. Soft kill actually helping
Wake
with some of the
secondary. Yeah.
point avoidance. Core's out the middle of the thing. Still got a beam. Still got its engines, but no reactor. It's got one restore. Can recover that. It's a big fight on Charlie. In the meantime, that Wolf has caught. We've got one shuttle remaining victorious, but
No
very,
drive.
very,
They won't
very,
be able to cap.
very slightly outside the point and unable to cap. 2 dead sprinters, 2 dead shuttles. And Anus has a stronger, well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say who's got the best position on Charlie. It's about even, I guess. Anus manages to secure Delta pretty effectively. They've also got a beam covering it. How are you doing on the beam HP? Beam HP is great. This has not been battle shorted hardly at all. Frigate's moving forward and schwacking the tug and shuttle that are positioned to possibly attack the point later on. OSP has taken Echo, but they've had to pull away from it. And ANS hasn't moved on to Echo just yet. It's probably for the best. There's that big blob of S2 tugs down there. And the monitors also have an angle from where they are. They can cover Charlie and Echo. It's actually one of the really cool things about Styx.
D side.
Yeah, I think these are going to get AMM'd. Not all of them. Battle's heating up. It's very busy. The defender manages to finish off the no terminal S2s. One gets through. Takes out a rapid into berthing. Apparently the beam destroyer on Charlie has been Golonkarino'd, Bambino'd by the Wake missiles. Can't soft kill those. Well, you can quite easily, just nobody does because they're kind of bad, but that's counter meta for you right there, baby.
Destroyer guarding the C point eats a big hit and is going critical.
Sprinter's taking some damage down on the lower delta side. They're pushing a little too far. It looks like they want to take Bravo, but if they keep pushing like this, they're going to keep eating fire from everywhere, and they're going to die before they can do anything meaningful on the Bravo. There's another volley of missiles going after... Where are they going after? It looks like they were fired after the frigate, but they're detecting on the Axford instead. And I think they're going to get soft killed and hard killed? Yeah. Axford is, however, eating quite a bit of Hesh in the broadside. That is rough. Look at that. Whiplash read it out. A reinforced? Yeah, read it out.
8 monitors lobbing Hesh into this outside Axford.
It's a lot of damage. It's adding up.
Rymark's tugs don't seem to have much in the way of heading set.
Yeah, this is Hesh from within like 7 kilometers against a broadside Axford that's not dodging. This is, yeah.
Ouch.
Big
Very
S2
ouch.
strike on one of Rymark's. S2H strike on one of Rymark's scouting tugs. Losing that before he can go to Delta. Another S2 strike out of OSP. I am glad we're on this map. This is nuts. Where are these going? They're going for the Axford.
Probably.
Trying to catch the
Oh,
wake, although I think they're...
Caught the wake onto the frigate blob. Let's see if they get through.
They are. Just defenders is not enough to handle this, although the S2s don't have quite the maneuverability to get good angles. They get some good damage on one of the voxels and a little bit of damage on one of the supporting frigates. Look at this voxel. Oh, yeah, the backside's eaten up. These voxels are now eating bombshells in the flank. They're also eating 100 mil in the flank. These are not angled at all. That's a big problem. Yeah, they're throwing on the brakes. They're gonna start to get angled here soon, but they're flying rel, which means they're gonna be a bit slow about it. And of course, just eating bombshells on the side is going to tear the frigate support apart. And I think it's going to deal some damage to the voxels too. Oh, especially with the plasma
impact
coming
starting
in.
to be on the CLs.
Plasma cuts off the armor of those voxels. The bombshells will definitely start doing good damage to them. We've also got another S2 strike coming in, and these do not have the point defense to deal with terminal S2s. Some strikes on one of the other voxels. Not a lot of damage done to it, but the first voxel that is struck has taken quite a few strikes. It's lost its antenna. It's lost most of its reactors. In fact, I think it's lost all its reactors. Yeah, and it's lost some of its radar and its interruption. These are in trouble. The frigates are getting torn to shreds now, too, by the bombshells and the 100 mil and some of the missile strikes. It's hard to tell, actually, on the VFX what's missiles and what's bombshells. I mean, you can see the missile tracks coming in. These bombshells are doing really good work on these frigates. They did get a buff this patch. They have more damage raised per shell, which means they will do more damage.
50% more.
50% more.
Monitor. Yeah. Monitor just got what looks like heckpeed by the frigates.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of Corbeau's very expensive monitors. Eating an HEKP in a really good angle, well, for the firer, and tearing out everything inside except for the DCX, the top radar, the antenna, and one thruster. It is, however, still alive because it has the DCX, which is the damage control complex, and enough restorers to revive itself. So it might be able to eat a few missiles for the cause. Yacello has gone down to Bravo and more or less scared away the sprinters that were coming down here to cap. Nothing moving towards Echo. Yeah, looks like the main Echo element for ANS moved up here to fight over Charlie, but when they came up here, they got horribly punished for the troubles. That's Pie's fleet and Bluebot's fleet, which I don't think is actually taking many hits, but have spended some munitions. Spended, yes. We're very literate here. Not as much as I had thought, actually. Oh, this one's nearly out. What are you doing? I see. These are being used independently of each other, not being group fired. Very interesting. Unfortunately, there are now some S2s coming in. Fired all over the place. Soft skill gonna get a couple of them. Clonk. But unfortunately, not all of them. And a couple lands, not horrible damage done. Well, that's starting to stack up. But every little bit matters on those reigns. Really risky. Rymark eating quite a few hybrids in the face out of one of Bluebot's ships. Yeah, he's just going to be magged up at him now. This little sprinter blob, tug blob rather, is very dangerous. Not spending any of their missiles on this frigate, which seems like a mistake. But it is going to pay off. They shoot out the reactor. They shoot out one of the VLSs. Ooh, but I think another one of the tugs is going to go down. Bonk. Yeah, that's another huge S2H strike.
The enemy is securing zone Comet.
These are not able to handle that. They've got some soft skill on them. Looks like they don't have any hard kill at all. They might have some AMMs in these tubes, but a risky business. Internet Explorer's blob continues to rotate around the Charlie side. They've caught the voxels out again, this time above Delta instead of above Echo.
Looks like not the best TQ though.
Yeah, a few plasma lands, a few 100 mil lands, but most of this is missing. Every little bit matters, especially against
S2 is
voxels,
out for
especially
the
against the
tug blob.
drive. Those don't need track quality.
Point, but they're getting it. OSP's getting it back now.
Act Wake's going after this destroyer. The machine. Oh, Jeff! Nope. Axe says no. A lot of chaff out on the field, but the destroyer is in front of its own chaff, which means it's not going to be able to very effectively make use of that.
Would have been better off with an active decoy instead of all that chaff.
Sure would have.
In a funny turn of events, the backside of the destroyer actually fell off instead of the front there.
Yeah, because of the weird angle that the S2s came in.
Yeah.
They're kind of cockeyed, so they missed the front entirely and splashed everything in the middle and the rear. It's out of restores. It doesn't have an engine and it doesn't have power. Yeah, it's dead. Another volley of S2s going after it just in case, which is a bit of a waste, but it's understandable. You really don't want to be getting shot in the face by beam destroyers. Looks like Pi is rotated back around. Rear side of Delta is headed towards Lower Echo. He is spotted and is going to eat some more missiles and plasma and 600 mil force trouble. Counter battering a bit with the 250 AP, but it is not cutting it on this angle for these monitors. And Explorer doing a really good job of making sure his monitors are properly angled and presenting the worst possible angle for opposing fire to deal with to try to punch through. ANS has moved up on Charlie with a pair of sprinters. Quiz does cap the point. Not going to be able to hold it, though. Loses one of the sprinters. One of the sprinters is going to have to back off. These monitors can tear both of these apart before they can get away and then cap the point themselves. Though they do open themselves up to getting hybrided by the orbital frigates.
Dead in 2 shots from Hash. Right in the drive.
Like OSP is going to be trying to cap Delta here soon.
Yeah, they're making moves for it, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Nothing meaningful. Indeed. Anus is in a really bad position. OSP's lost a good chunk of their capping elements, but their military is in a really good spot. Meanwhile, Anus's military is suffering quite a bit. Nothing super important is dead, though they have lost, well, they've lost 2 beam destroyers. Also got a very bruised Vauxhall. No restores remaining, in fact. And a pretty bruised Axford. Bluebot's steadily running out of munitions. Seems like those S2Hs had pretty small warheads. So quite a few landed
Bombshells
and
going into
do
the
very
frigate
little.
blob now. Size 2 hybrids out in return.
Oh, no.
Early
Yeah.
staged. Sahaj. Not the best choice for hybrids.
It's really good. You just have to manage their pathing. Like, yeah, you actually do have to put crews, even if you're firing direct,
Yeah.
and then manage where you land them, and it's...
So the seeker
whole
doesn't
thing.
turn on immediately and
Yeah.
get hodged at 10k.
Yeah. That is undesirable.
Size 2 strike going out on the CL pair.
Yeah, we'll see if these
Yeah, that's
land.
gonna- Wake is definitely. Oh, there's no wake valve though, so if these have chaff, it'll probably get yoinked.
Wake
but-
primary.
Oh, really?
You're gonna have to. Oh, yes. It means
Pointing
you're gonna
the
need to
nose
drop
down,
flares,
that's
and you
good
know what people don't have anymore? It's flares. Look at
I
him
think he said
go.
DLS.
Ignoring the chaff entirely, going straight for the Vauxhall, right into the middle of the ship, too, because the wake aim point is in the direct center of the hull. It doesn't choose an aim point
Man.
like everything else. Absolutely obliterating this Vauxhall.
Yeah, Corbeau making us ask, is Wake actually good?
Well, it is good. It's always been good. It's just extremely situational and difficult to use. So the problem with Wake is that you need to get behind what you're firing at with your missiles, and that's not really practical to do with S2s unless you're a frontline fleet. These monitors, because of their armor and their gunfire with the C-90s, are able to be a frontline fleet and actually be at a range where you can get those S2s behind your enemy, where you can't really do that with like a dedicated missile build. You can do it with hybrids, but hybrids have range problems as well. They'll often stage too early, and we'd be flying too fast and not have enough agility to switch from wake particles to the ship that you fired them at. So wake working in this extremely specific way is beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it. I'm so happy. I've been messing around with wake seekers since the change. And I'm really happy to see someone make them work. Some S2 strikes going after the Axford. These aren't going to do anything. Axford is just going to hard kill all this.
Not enough volume, yeah.
It's going to force it
Meanwhile,
to go in reverse.
the missile frigates are basically dead from the bomb.
Yeah.
Gotten all their external mounts pretty much stripped, which the bomb does first.
I mean, the internals are pretty screwed too.
One
Yeah.
damage control team apiece. They're not going to live through this.
The enemy secured zone
I'm glad more people are calling it that.
The bomb. Internet Explorer providing the bomb.com.
All right, that's pretty
That
good.
is silly.
AOL keyword, the bomb.
More S2s, probably on the Axford.
Cello heading down to kill that CL, trying to get the E point back.
Yeah, this thing's about to be very sad.
Mark 64 is either magged or no power.
Missing power.
More missiles going after the Axford. Looks like the Axford's either out of flak or has taken too many lands from other directions. Ooh,
The stonewall on that side was taken out by previous strike or by Hesh.
Nice. S2 is gonna red this thing. A great deal of friends scrambling to get his DC in motion and all the important things, but his Axford's in really bad shape. ANS losing control of the map almost in their entirety. Monitor blob able to force the voxels and the frigates off the map.
ANS is making a play for B point with a single Corvette by the looks of it. Might be able to clean up that shuttle there with a good missile.
Ocello covering Echo with 450 directly into the nose of this voxel. It's, can't get out of here. No thoughts, head empty. It's got a Whiplash Dragon. But it's not doing the spin, and honestly at this range you can't orbit dodge anyway, so it doesn't matter. Frigate zoned out. Cat presence from ANS pretty much destroyed.
C point currently populated by about a dozen ships, and it looks like they're not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, Charlie.
That is a graveyard if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, let's get a screenshot of this. God.
That oil patch looks like it needs some freedom.
Very wounded Vauxhall trying to limp its way back into cover, taking hits on the nose here.
Those internals are very, very strange. The two safe back slots are a workshop and a birthing.
In what, the monitors?
The CLs. The two compartments at the very back that you put your large in, or whatever.
Yeah.
So it doesn't die. That is occupied by a small workshop and a birthing of all things.
ANS throwing in the towel here.
Do manage to kill a sprinter in the last second.
Yep, that did die.
Monitor Gaming.
Indeed.
Oh, there were no line ships in that match. I just realized.
Indeed.
Not a one. Unnecessary. Don't need it, don't want it. We
I
have
see, I
the
see.
bomb.
Monitor is the new launch.
Let's title this one Atomic Cocktail.
You don't pull. Now when you take one sip, you won't need
So good to
Nice
see.
victory.
So good to see OSB have more than a couple options to win a game. It's very nice.
Falls a splice all around the place. When you see it coming, just grab
GG.
your suitcase. It'll sing
GG.
through the skies
GG.
like
Yeah, GG.
air. Boom. atomic
Oh, the other team's still in their chat.
Yeah.
You push your
Just didn't have enough
button,
firepower to get rid of the monitors.
Work is done for miles and miles.
At least like 8 or 9 bricks there to deal with.
Yeah.
C Point was a complete graveyard by the end of the game.
Hello.
Yes.
There were so many, we thought they were tugs.
Yeah, they were so fast we thought they were tugs. What the hell did you have on those, IE?
Just standard drives. Yeah, no, they're monitors much quicker now.
Yeah, the extra LT is pretty great.
At least I got the delete one. I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm assuming that insta-killed the one I hit with Hackbee Strike?
It survived with the DCX for a bit.
Yeah.
Technically. The only component on there was the DCX.
Oh.
Maybe some thrusters, to be fair, but yeah, it was very gray.
You had two monitor fleet. Sorry, a monitor and a tug. Oh, you had 2 monitor fleets on.
Yep. 2 monitors, 1 tug fleet. And then
I mentioned this, but not a single bulk freighter for OSP in that game.
No,
That was impressive. I would say that was well played by OSP. Yeah, good cap fleet on Geramus' part, and then we had the Wantage just crushing us militarily. God dang it. Good missile strikes, whoever the hell. Corbo, was those your missile strikes?
Yeah.
The good ones were.
Fucking hell. God damn it. You had the way. It's like, oh, do I hold my beam DD? Do I put the whole beam DD on hold, or do I get my ass missile because it's got wake on it?
Actually, looking at the numbers, Corbeau dealt not that much more missile damage than me, actually.
Those you were.
We both had Cruise S2.
Oh, you had Cruise Esters. Ah.
Bunch of size 2s yubbing around the rocks did a serious number to ANS firepower that game.
Yeah, that was pretty damn well played on that part.
I'm
As I
just
said before,
surprised.
I'm just really tired of losing to beam destroyers.
Yes,
Blue,
that's
I'm
honestly
wondering,
what Cruise
why do you
is.
have SCH S2Hs?
What?
And if you were watching Kasama, it completely worked on that chip.
It worked once.
No,
and it
I
just
killed
got
like 4
yanked.
different chips. No, it never got yanked. It was alive the entire time.
Staged by Hodge many times against the monitors.
Oh yeah, it's not meant to like really pen super heavy PD like that.
It's like a single jammer. That's not really heavy PD.
I'm just surprised I was able to escape that death trap at sea with my Voxels.
Yeah.
Oh, I let you that happen. Like, basically, I wasn't confident I would actually kill you with all my missiles. So I just sort of invited you to go more into the open, and then you left. And I was okay with that, because we had the point.
I feel like if I brought 2 450 axes like a la Oak and just fought the monitors head on, that would have been a better play than bringing my half cap lead.
Yeah, you were a bit low on frontline that game.
I was gambling on Blue to be able to nuke a couple of ships, but
I did say it was not super heavy missiles, and I offered to bring a more heavy missile fleet.
But then that one had no PD at all.
To be fair,
Oh, that
mine
one
didn't
did.
the last few game ago.
In any
Let me
event,
see, where's the stuff going on about?
people keep saying Cruise S2 dead. And yet, look at OSP Cruise S2 plays. They've been pretty decent.
Those short S2s are really well placed. And they also had like you combined the missiles to be. You combined the missiles to be Wake and Hodge, right? Was that deliberate or was that by accident?
Oh, these are designed to be mixed salvos.
That was a very good mix salvo because like what happened was I couldn't figure out if I should be chaffing radar off or should I be moving chaffing. It put me in a bit of a dilemma there.
OSP's technique of having enough MLS2s that you can mix your volleys like that is going to change up a little bit of stuff now.
Yeah.
Also, in fairness on the cruise Rymark, I am a missile magnet.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing about S2 is very specifically looking for angles, because you have to be looking at the radar traces of where enemy ships are heading now in order to get Wake to work. And you really want to as well, like, hammer and anvil from 2 different directions so that if the main engines ever fire, there's going to be one of the salvos that see it. So it's more challenging than OG Act Wake, that's for sure.
That's not a very high bar.
Yeah, OG activate was turn brain off, shoot missile.
And it was glorious.
I do wonder how it will shake out when ANS eventually gets convinced to bring more flak, like a bunch of stone walls again. But for now, it's possible.
I mean, just the cost math alone might do it.
If, you know, both F2s and containers are good, then there's tension between bringing PD to counter one or the other. But I don't know if we're there yet, but yeah. Going there.
I mean, our team dealt 50k S2 damage almost that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really think it does help to have hybrid fleets, right? Like, neither me nor Dramis had, like, just pure missiles.
You mean Corbo?
Was Corpo the... Yeah, it was Corpo. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
I definitely wasn't pure missiles.
No.
But even Corbo had, like, fully ammo elevator maxed C90s, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's convenient because if you really need to dump missiles, they work with the MLS too.
I forgot about that interaction.
It's like a 20-something, 25, 26-second reload, I think.
Yeah. And, like, both the monitors and the tugs have different advantages for getting the closer range. If you just have the liners doing it, I feel they die way too easily to, like, anyone hits them. And then, like, the damage is too chaining and you're crippled forever.
Also, if not for the jamming coverage, I would have been absolute roadkill to those hybrids. So that was really important.
Yeah, those jammers, just even 2 bellbirds are just enough to force them to come within like 7k range to lock.
Alright, I think we're done with that. I hope you enjoyed. I have no further comments. I think we've had a good discussion. And I didn't have to participate in much of it. If you find that kind of environment interesting, I have a Discord link down in the description. Come on down. Everyone is welcome. All skill levels. We have, I mean, you can see it right now. We got 2 blues. As long as you aren't a fucking asshole, you can find a place here. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. I hope you enjoyed that, dear viewer. Good night.